For a lot of Zimbabweans, really, there's nothing new. Really, there's nothing new. What is new is that for the first time, there's an attempt to hold these guys accountable. Like we said earlier, they've been doing this over a long period of time. Most of the incidences actually they were never reported. So this is one of the first that has been reported and given a lot of publicity because of how it happened. And possibly now, for the first time, they will be held to account for these things. You know, this behavior of lawlessness and impunity is driven by three things. And those three things are the ones that have allowed them to continue to behave like this: that they come from a prominent family, that they are protected, that they have money, and all along they've always got away with murder.
We also have our dog unit that is currently searching in the house, searching for the firearm that is alleged to have been used to shoot the particular employee. So at the moment, we will be taking into custody two people. They are aged 33 and 24. They will be taken in for questioning so that we can determine actually as to what happened during when this shooting occurred.
When I hear the news about Bella, what happened with Bella, I was shocked. That's why I just come to check what happened with him. I don't want to be part of that, really. That's all I can say to you guys. Yeah, he's a friend, you know. I'm just shocked with the news that I got, that he shot on the bodyguard. I'm very shocked on that. That's all I can say. I don't know what the reason of it. I don't want to be part of that.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's episode, we'll be talking about Zimbabweans. It's high time we call a spade a spade. Zimbabweans are so obsessed with South Africa. Yet they claim that they have land and they keep on saying that black South Africans are oppressed. But here they are. Even their former president's son was recently arrested in Johannesburg. He shot his helper 3 times and fortunately the victim didn't die. He's at the hospital and he's in a critical condition. You know, it's a lot that is happening. In December, it was reported that a Zimbabwean man stabbed a soldier, and there are more than 1,000 illegal foreigners who were trying to enter South Africa illegally. So they were very violent. We have hooligans here in South Africa. You know, it's not only that. There's another criminal who shot 2 police officers and unfortunately they died, and that criminal is still roaming around, probably killing people. And after doing that, maybe he goes back to Zimbabwe. Who knows? I mean, we are dealing with a lot as a country. Now Chatunga Mugabe shot somebody here in South Africa. Before we can talk about that, his mother also assaulted someone here in South Africa, and he left and was helped by the ANC comrades. So it is such a mess, honestly. His mother cannot come here in South Africa to support his son. Back in 2017, she assaulted South African model Gabriella Angels, and apparently there was a party or whatsoever. They were in Johannesburg and Gabriella was assaulted. There was an altercation between the sons and the mother and this model. As a result, Gabriella was assaulted. At the time, there were pictures of her circulating in the media and people were very angry. So Grace Mugabe left South Africa and was helped by the minister of the ANC. The warrant of arrest was issued and Grace Mugabe was nowhere to be found. Like mother, like son, Chitunga is now arrested for committing a crime. He has been arrested for attempted murder. And it has been reported that this guy was helped by private security. He was helped by private security officers, but it's just hearsay. It was reported that after shooting this guy, they begged him to come back. Probably they wanted to just erase the evidence. They just wanted to kill him. But fortunately, the private security officers managed to help the guy. It has been reported also that the gun has not been found, the gun that was used to shoot this helper. This Chitunga is very problematic. Apparently, according to social media, these are the allegations. They are saying Chitunga is a Zamazama kingpin and he's also a powder kingpin. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's just allegations from social media, but there's no smoke without fire. But the most interesting part is that we saw Malcolm X and Gabon. Malcolm X, I think that guy is just a shady man, quite frankly, because when Katisa Malefe was arrested, he was there at the scene. I don't know what he was trying to do. It's not only Malcolm X. There's this guy called Gabon. He's not a South African. I don't know what his role, but it seems like they're involved in shady dealings because Gabon, remember when Kit Matlala was fighting with his ex-girlfriend, Teboho Tsobejane, Gabon was just there. You know, these are the people that we should question. And I don't understand why the media likes to interview those guys. Maybe allegedly they are selling drugs to this young man, Chitunga. I don't know their role. Like, honestly, what is the real issue? It has also been reported that the gardener does not even remember who shot him. Maybe Chatunga bribed this guy, or maybe they have threatened him. We really don't know what is really happening. I really hope the SAPS and the justice system will do a great job on this one and set an example. Just arrest this guy for attempted murder. They really need to set an example. The Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, has exposed the rot in the SAPS and also in the judiciary. So some judges are getting bribes from the criminals. I'm talking about organized crime. Share your views on this one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.